So let's take the blessing from our ISKCON Shishadipuram deities. जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव शोधरमाई की जय, गौर निताई की जय, पंचतत्व की जय, गिरि गोवर्धन की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय. Let's do the prayer. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानजनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनी इति नामिनि. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणि. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे. So we just finished chapter number 15 and now we are starting chapter number 16, the divine and the demonic natures. So today we are going to cover 3 shlokas, first, second and third. So in this first 3 shloka, Lord talks about divine nature. And later onwards, he will be talking about the demonic nature. So first we'll see the what are the divine nature. So we'll go through the shloka first. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Abhavam Sattva Sanshuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavastiti Danam Tamascha Yagnascha Sudhaya Tapa Arjivam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodha Tyaga Shanti Apeshunam Daya Bhuteshu Aloluptam Mardavam Heen Apachalam Teja Shamagriti Shaucham Arodhyana Atimanita Bhavanti Sampadam Devim Abhijayat Bharata. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. So if you see, this 3 shloka is talking about the qualities of a divine person. So as you can see in the slide have 3 sections. So first one talks about the quality. The second one, Varna or Ashrama. And the third one is the commentary. So what quality one should exhibit? What are the divine? So definitely we should get away from our demonic qualities and we should exhibit divine qualities. So now again, every person is divine into different varnas. He can be a sannyasi, he can be a grihastha, he can be brahmachari, right? So depending upon that, he should show some qualities. So it is highlighting, this 3 shloka is highlighting that. So we are going to see one by one. So first quality talks about fearlessness. abhayam. So this is fearlessness shown by sannyasi. So what happens is sannyasi is fully dependent on Lord. So why he should be having any fear? So let's say sannyasi go to a forest and a lion comes suddenly. He will not fear because he is a fearless person. Because he knows that Rakhe Krishna Mare Krishna Rakhe ke. So he very well knows that, if Krishna wants, nobody can kill him. So if you see within lion also, there is a Paramatma, isn't it? So until unless, so not necessary ki lion comes and he will die. So he can die in any circumstances. So he's very well known to him that whenever there is a time, he will be gone. He will be killed. So sannyasi always shows fearlessness. Then the next quality when you see, again, sannyasi, purification of one's existence. So he follows strictly the rules and regulation, especially forbidden intimate association of women. So if you see grahasthas, the material attachment is more. But for sannyasi, it is more easy to actually leave all these attachments. So one thing we have to remember here is that when we see in this slide, this particular quality is shown by sannyasi or grihastha, it doesn't mean that others should not show this. So actually, all these qualities are divine qualities. Everyone, whether he is a grihastha, sannyasi, brahmachari, kshatriya, whatever, he has to have these qualities. But there is a stress given in this particular section because generally they have these qualities. But we being a grihastha or brahmachari or whatever, we have to actually cultivate these qualities. So next you see the quality of charity. So if you see, this charity is more given by grihastha. Why? Because the grihasthas, they are in the mode of goodness. Okay. And generally, if you see, sannyasi don't earn, right? Sannyasi don't go and do some job and earn money. It is the grihastha who go to the job and earn money. So if the grihastha don't give charity, then what happens is his earning will get sin. And when he eat food, his consciousness get that sin. So if you see, even in Bible, Quran, it has mentioned that whatever you earn, some percent of it should be given as a charity. So earlier it used to say ki, 50% of your earning should be get into charity. But that now over a period of time you see that ki, it is not possible, right? Because people have so many needs. So actually, if you see, Prabhupada has mentioned once, at least 10% of your earning should get into charity. You should give some dan dharma. Then only your earning will get, out of sin. So what happens is when you give charity, your next life will get the benefit. If you see Ambani's sons, right? They are getting the benefit of previous life. So whatever we are in this present stage, we are getting the benefit of our previous life. So whatever we do now, we'll get the benefit in our next life. So we should, being a grahastha, we should give the charity. Otherwise, the sin will occur and we have to suffer in the next life. Then self-control, next quality is self-control. And it is applicable to all the varnas, especially grihasthas. And the commentary says sex life should be used for propagating Krishna consciousness children. So generally, what happens is, it is written in the Shastras, that sex should be done only for propagating Krishna consciousness children. And then next quality, when you see, it talks about sacrifice, which is applicable to grihasthas. So for a commentary here, it is given Sankirtana Yagna for this year, this age. So we being a grihasthas, most of us are grihasthas. So we should do lot of Sankirtana Yagna. And right now also we are doing Sankirtan only. When we are sitting in a class, Bhagavad Gita class, hearing and singing Kirtan. So actually we are doing Sankirtana Yagna. So this is actually a kind of sacrifice, and Grihasthra should always do it. And then the next quality is Vedic study. So this is applicable to the brahmacharis. When you see, earlier days, there was a system of Gurukula. So till the age of 25 years, the kids were sent to Gurukul and they live a life of a brahmacharis, where they focus only studying the Vedic scriptures. So that way, the engagement of mind in the study of Vedic literature. We should not focus on anything else. So these slides talk about that. We'll see the other qualities in the next slide. So the next slides, first quality talks about austerity. Austerity is nothing but tapasya. So tapasya is like, and tapasya is applicable to all varnas. So you see, a husband wife, after marriage, they live together for 25 years. So as recommended, after 50, 60 years, he has to go to Vanaprastha. So it's very difficult to leave, right? So it's kind of a tapasya. So we have to practice that. We have to practice all controlling of our mind, body, and tongue, which is nothing but a tapasya. And then next quality is the simplicity. Simplicity again applies to all of the varnas. One has to be very simple and very straightforward. So there is a kind of a joke where can be a truth also, where what happens in a family, a phone call comes and a kid picked up the phone, and from the other side, some person was asking for his father. Where is your father? So this kid told his father that uncle is calling. So the kid's father says, tell him I am not there at home. And immediately the kid replied, Papa is saying he is not at home. So that is nothing but the simplicity of the kid, right? So one has to be simple like a kid. During our earlier ages, we might have noticed we are so simple and very straightforward, right? So we have to we have to exhibit that. We have to be very simple, saralata, correct? So next quality when we see is non-violence, and it is again applicable to all varnas. So now commentary, if you see, not checking progressive life of any living entity. So what happens is non-violence. People, they are slaughtering, right? For example, somebody is slaughtering a cow. Means what? If, let's say, a cow has a life of 15 years, and after 7 years of age, the cow got killed. So that means you are stopping the progress of the cow, right? So what happens? Then he has to take a birth and complete his remaining lifespan. So we should not actually do that. It is a very big sin, a very big path. So we should not do non-violence. And then the next quality is truthfulness. We have to always tell the truth. And that we have already hearing from the beginning from our elders, that we have to always tell the truth, don't tell the lie. But also we have to listen to the truth. Not only we have to tell the truth, we have to also listen the truth. So very obvious that our Vedic scriptures, actually we have to listen, because it talks about the only truth. But, and also not only we have to listen Bhagavad Gita from a bona fide person. We cannot actually go and listen Bhagavad Gita from any other person who is not bona fide, who is not qualified. Because what happens, he will misinterpret Bhagavad Gita. So this also we have to be very careful. So we have to always hear the truth. And then next quality is freedom from anger. Again, applicable to all. See, even if somebody provoke us, we have to be tolerant. Because what happens, anger is the product of passion and lust. See, generally when you have the passion and lust for something and you don't get it, you get angry. So we have to actually tolerate this. We have to be very patient. And we have to get free from anger. The next quality is renunciation. It is again applicable to all. So renunciation is nothing but tyag. And here it says, use things properly, that is in Krishna's service. So whatever you have, you try to use it for the service of Krishna. For example, even if you have a car, you use it to go to temple. So that means you are using it for not for your pleasure. You are actually using it for the service of Krishna. So like that, money, property, or whatever you are actually getting it. So actually everything is Krishna's. You should not claim it yours. So everything is given by Krishna based on whatever karma you have done in your past. So we should use it for the service of Krishna. And then the next quality is tranquility. Tranquility is peacefulness. So not get influenced from provoking things. So for example, if somebody is saying wrong word to me, so not necessary we should do the same to him. If he is saying wrong to me, I will not retaliate and say wrong words to him. For example, if you see when you go in a car, you see in the street what happens, the dog barks. Do you stop the car and in return you start barking on the dog? No, right? So That is how we should be in a peaceful state. So then let's see the other qualities. Aversion to fault finding. It is again applicable to all. And commentary says no unnecessary fault finding. We should not always, we should avoid finding fault in others. We should have to see our inner self. So we have to ask whether we are without any fault. No, right? So there is a saying, right? If your house is made of glass, you should not throw stone on others. So it is always better we should find the fault in ourselves first. We should see our inner self and try to identify what fault we have and try to finish it. That is more important than actually finding fault in others. Then the next quality is compassion for all living entities. So it is again applicable to all. And commentary says give spiritual knowledge like prasadam, books, and holy name. So it is a great quality of showing compassion for other living entities when you actually, pick your phone, call somebody and tell about the class of Bhagavad Gita, what you have read, what you understood, and you are sharing the spiritual knowledge. Then you are distributing prasadam to others, giving books to others, telling to chant holy names. So these are actually you are showing the compassion for other living entities. So it is one of the very good example. Then the freedom from covetousness. Covetousness means greed, and it is applicable to health. So it says that greed is actually the way to hell. And how to overcome this greed? The solution is to give charity. When you give charity, automatically you will see everybody have some or other greed. You have to control it. How you can control it? Give charity. Any kind of whatever, whatever possible for you in your present circumstances, you give the charity to others. That way, you will see that your the greed will be under control slowly. Then the next quality is gentleness, again applicable to all. So in fact, all the qualities are applicable to everybody, but here it is stressed, these three shlokas, it is stressed that this specific quality has to be there in this particular varna. So gentleness, we should be friendly to everybody, even including animals. We have to be gentle. And then modesty. Modesty is actually lajja. So we should not do anything for which we have to be ashamed. We have to perform such tasks so that we are very modest. The next quality is steady determination. All have a very steady determination. So for example, I have to do Krishna devotion. We'll get lot of hurdles. You have to see the best example is our Guru Maharaj. With so many, hurdles, complication, health issues, he never stops. Because he is steady in his determination. We have to show that quality. We have to have very steady determination. And then the next quality is vigor. So vigor is actually kind of a aura. Generally, Kshatriya shows this quality. The quality of protecting others. So generally, if you see, Kshatriyas are there to protect others. Other quality other varnas. So they have to have that vigor. So then we'll go to the last lines of this shloka where it talks about the quality of forgiveness. Again, it is applicable to all varnas, especially Kshatriyas. And the qualities are forgive minor offenses of others. So it is said that if somebody do small mistakes, you have to forgive. And especially in Shastra, it is said that women, elders, cows, children's, Brahmans, if they do mistake also, one should not punish them. So these are the 5 categories. Which are the 5 categories? Women, elders, cow, children, Brahmins. If they do mistake also, one should not punish them. Then fortitude is nothing but patience. So life will have many ups and downs. We have to be patient. Then next quality is cleanliness. It is again applicable to all. So cleanliness, can you mention here how we clean our body? What is the cleanliness of body if we want to clean the body?
Bathing.
Yes.
Clean thoughts.
So, correct.
Soap and water.
So we'll come to thoughts also, but for cleaning our body, we take bath. Like that, for internal cleaning, like our mind and intelligence, how we do that? How we do the internal cleanliness?
By chanting.
Yes. Very
Praying, read books, have association with good people.
perfect. Kalyani Mataji. Yes. So chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, what happens? Our mind get cleaned. That is very important thing, right? For body, we anyway will take bath, it will be clean. But we don't generally focus about internal cleaning. That is why our Shastra is talking about devotional service. It cleans the internal mind. And how we do the money cleanliness? Any idea how our
Charity.
money will get cleaned? Yes, yes. Very nice, Mataji. Through charity. If we do charity, whatever we are earning, it will be white. Otherwise, it is always black money. So sometimes we think, I'm giving the money to the beggar in the street. That means I'm very, I'm doing charity. I'm out of sin. My money is clean. But we never know what way that person is using that money. He may go back and he take alcohol. Then you will also incur sins. So we have to very careful the definition of charity. Then free from envy. So generally we have, he got so much things, why I don't have this? So see, whatever he is having today is because of previous karma. We are seeing, right, Ambani's sons. Whatever they have done in previous karma, they got the effect in this birth. So why we should feel envy? Because whatever we are getting, we know that it is because of our previous karma. So why I should be envy? So we should be free from envy. And then next, the freedom from the passion for honor. Some may say ki I am giving so much donation in the temple, but why my name is not written in the temple? People go to office for job. They say I do so much of work, but I don't get the credit. Somebody else is taking all the credit of his politics. So Gita is saying ki you leave and get freedom from the passion for honor. Why Gita is saying that leave for honor? Because what happens if you get into that, your mind will be always struck into that. If you see in this Bollywood, right, what happens, all these awards are, one can purchase that award. The person purchase that award and then he, in Filmfare Award and things like that, they get the award. So then somebody, what happens, some person bypass and don't do Dandvat Pranam. Then you get angry. You think, oh, he did not do Pranam to me. He did not give respect to me. He don't know anything. He don't know about Shastras and etiquettes. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Tinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahi suna amanena manadena kirtana sadya. Shikshashtakam, he has mentioned this. What it means is one who is humbler than a blade of grass, more forbearing than a tree, who gives due honor to others without desiring honor for himself, is qualified to always chant the holy name of Krishna. So if you want to do Krishna devotion throughout your life, then 4 qualities you should always have. If you want to continue and throughout your life you want to do Krishna devotion, you must have 4 qualities. What are these qualities? You have to respect other. First thing is you have to respect other. Second thing is don't desire respect in return. And the third thing is you have to be soft like a blade of grass. And the fourth one is you have to tolerant like a tree. Tree is standing, whatever tornado also comes, he is bearing. He is tolerant. So these 4 qualities one has to exhibit. So these are the qualities we have seen in this first 3 shloka in this chapter number 16 about the divine nature. And hereafter then we'll see the demonic qualities. So that is about today's class. Any question I will try to answer. Thank you for joining today. Kantaraj Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Ji, Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Thank
Pranam.
you.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat
Thank you,
Pranam.
Prabhuji.
Shri Hari Prabhu, any announcements for today?
No Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. So thank you, Prabhujis and Matajis. We'll join tomorrow again with another shlokas. Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna.